Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be doing my episode review for the most recent episode of The Containment, which premiered earlier tonight on the CW. Now, before I start going on and on, of course, as usual with all of my episode review videos, please be warned that this video will be full of spoilers regarding the most recent episode of Containment. So if you are not caught up on Containment on this episode or the last episode, or if you're behind in general, please do not keep watching or listening to this video as I will be discussing big spoilers, so therefore you have been warned. That being said, best episode yet. This episode was great. It had tension, suspense, excitement, drama, everything you could possibly hope to get out of a show like this. This was by far my personal favorite episode. We saw our group of characters hold up in the data recovery building. And unfortunately, in the last episode, we saw that they were tracked down by Teresa's mother, which was the plan, but of course she was being held hostage by one of the gang members. And at first they're like, oh, okay, simple trade. You just want the phone. That's fine. We'll give you the phone. Just leave the woman behind. And then he does the whole, oh no, we want those two to come back as well because we need the working bodies to do all the work at the grocery store. Like, screw you. And I love that moment where Jake shows up with the gun to the back of the asshole's head. He's like, the woman stays, or like the mom stays or something. But the rest of the episode is about protecting themselves in their office from the tweakers, the crazy, junky tweakers who have broken into the building. So, because, the psychos that Katie and Jake encountered on the baseball field had made their way to the office building, and they were probably the same crazies who were on the dirt bikes a few episodes ago, and they want to break in and steal all of the chemicals and whatnot just to get it high as fuck. And these guys are acting super animalistic, and they're savage, and they're using they don't really seem to have any guns, but they're using like knives and axes and a couple of crowbars and stuff like that. There was a lot of hand-to-hand combat in tonight's episode, and it was very enjoyable to watch. I mean, it was a horrible situation for our characters, but very enjoyable to watch. And when the one guy went downstairs thinking that he could negotiate with the tweakers and offer them some chemicals to get high on, so they just leave them all alone. And then when the elevator started to come back up, I thought to myself, as soon as that elevator opens, his mangled body is going to be sitting or standing there for his friends to see just plop out. And sure enough, elevator opens up and the poor bastard has a tomahawk or a small axe in his back and his face is all messed up. It's like, damn it, his intentions were good, but you just can't negotiate with some people because they're methed out crazy. They're methed out crazy junkies who aren't even on the same level as everybody else right now. And what's so great about this episode is that you've already got people trapped in a terrible situation, in a quarantine situation. And now you're adding fighting for your life against other survivors in the mix. That only just continues to escalate and just make the stakes so much higher, especially in tonight's episode. And, I really felt bad for Lex because Jenna calls him, and then, of course, she's attacked, and he's standing outside the cordon. He can't do shit for her, and he looks terrified. And then you see the look on his face, and you know that he's made up his mind. Screw the rules. He's going into the cordon to save his girlfriend or find out what's happened to her. But sure enough, damn it, it's too well guarded and too heavily patrolled, and he's arrested for trying to break into... for shutting off the power to the electric fence and trying to break into the cordon. And now we're not sure what's going to happen to Alex, and he'll probably lose his position as a commanding officer during the rest of the quarantine. So we'll see. We also saw some interesting character moments between him and his dad. Obviously, their relationship hasn't been that great lately, or if at all. We also saw... I was happy to see Xander finally stand up to Teresa's mom. He's like, you know what? Enough of your shit. That's it. This is not about us. This is about her. She is in serious pain right now, and she's emotional. She's stressed out because of the situation and the pregnancy pains. We need to have a united front for her sake. And I like how he said it. Let's just put the dirty laundry aside for now and we'll deal with it after this baby is born. And I think he actually earns her respect in some sense because he finally stands up to her and says, enough of your shit. We're tired of it. We don't care what you think of us. We're going to be great parents. So just bugger off for the most part. And, she also kind of redeemed herself for being such a bitch the most of this series because she stopped one of the junkies after they thought they had killed them all in that cleverly thought of explosion thanks to Jenna. After they thought they killed them all, of course, I was like, at least one of them is going to still be alive. He lunges for Teresa, but her mom gets in the way, and unfortunately she is bitten right on the shoulder. And then somebody, I think it's Jake or maybe Xander, one of those two had finishes him off with a nice solid whack to the head with a heavy fire extinguisher, finally killing him. But poor Teresa's mom, as she's now bitten in the shoulder and most likely infected with whatever the virus is out there. And we saw one of the junkies, of course, had caught a ride in the elevator up with the guy's body, and his eyes were bright red, like filled with blood. Blood was draining down from his eyes and his mouth, and he eventually choked to death, and he just died right in front of them, in front of their lobby. So you almost kind of felt bad for him, but at the same time, he's a meth crazed tweaker, and who's just more animalistic at this point than human. So this was a great episode, very, very enjoyable. I'm looking forward to the next one. The next one may be a bit calmer and less crazy, or maybe that'll continue to escalate. Who knows? This episode definitely escalated tonight, and that made it extremely enjoyable, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. Thank you so much for watching this video here on the EdWord. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Like this video and check out my Facebook page in the description down below. What did you guys think of tonight's episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Please let me know what you guys thought. I'd love to hear your feedback from you all, and I'd love to know what you guys thought of it. As usual, let's please be respectful and civil of one another's beliefs and opinions, of course. Thanks again so much for watching. Have a great rest of the night. Don't forget, Containment airs every Tuesday night on the CW. Thanks again, everybody. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.